Okay, first and foremost, make sure that your fingernails are short. And number one is because now I'm going to show you how to serve yourself. First, using your right hand is still clean. Hello everybody, as promised, today I'm going to show you how to eat with your fingers, and by that I mean your right fingers. And here we go. Assalamualaikum semua. Hari ini Angah akan menunjukkan kepada mereka yang ingin belajar bagaimana menjamu selera menggunakan jari, cara kita orang Melayu. Okay, first and foremost, make sure that your fingernails are short. And number one is because obviously you can't eat with your fingers when your fingernails are long. And the reason is that, especially when you're eating rice or Malay food just in general, the food will get into the underneath your fingernails, and that's not a good thing. And when you're eating certain food that stains your fingers, so if you have long fingernails, the stain will go underneath your fingernails and they'll stay there for quite a bit. So wash your hands. See, when your fingernails are short, it's easier to clean your fingers. So don't be shy to ask the host where the bathroom is. Yeah. Once you've done that, wipe your hands off. Wipe your hands dry. Yeah, so that's number one. Alright, so this is a usual setting when you go to a Malay house or Malay feast. There's always rice, of course. And then normally when you go to a Malay wedding or a Malay feast, there is a whole range or array of Malay dishes. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, maybe 10, even sometimes 12, especially when you go to a Malay wedding. So there's plenty of food, different kinds of dishes that you can enjoy. Alright, but for today's tutorial, quote unquote, first of all, I feed myself. I only cook for myself, so I don't need to cook 4, 5, or 6 different dishes. So I have rice. That's a normal. That's a norm. That's a must. Today I'm having pumpkin soup or pumpkin curry. I'd say it's more like soup than curry, but it is still savory. And onion and jalapeno peppers and coconut milk and salt and smoked salmon. That's to give the soup or the curry that meaty flavor. Yum yum. And then I have fish cakes or tuna fish cakes, which are slightly spicy because I like everything spicy. That's just me. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to serve yourself. First, using your right hand is still clean, has been washed, so it's clean, so therefore it is polite to use your right hand first, and then try to get the bowl to your plate. Yeah. This dish is, how should I say it? Curved in. It has a curve. It's curved in, almost like a bowl. And this is perfect when you are having rice with something soupy like this, so that you can get some sauce to your rice without having the sauce flowing out of the plate. So now, using your right hand, your clean right hand, there's always a spoon in the bowl there, so you don't have to look for it. Then spoon the food or the curry or the soup into the dish. Alright. Not too much. You can pour the soup on the rice, onto the rice. It's not too much. It's not like real soup where we have by itself. So anyway, there you go. Now, and you have the fish here. They always provide you a spoon for every dish, rarely a fork. So there should be a spoon to pick up one of these fish cakes. So I'm going to take one here and put it any way you want. You can make it look pretty if you want. There you go. Alright. So now I'm going to show you how to eat with my clean fingers. Alright. Remember that your right hand is still clean. Now using your right hand, only your right hand please. Using your right hand, make a scoop like this. Scoop the rice using your 3 or 4 fingers, not your thumb. Scoop like this first, and then press the rice towards your thumb. Remember, we're only using this part of the fingers, not your entire hand all the way to the elbow, please. Okay, I was just kidding. I'm sure you know that. If you're not sure, you can ask Peter Santanello. Go to his YouTube channel, Peter Santanello. Good guy. Anyway, so use only this part of your fingers, so like that, and then using your thumb, push the rice towards your 4 fingers. Then you get this, like a scoop. See, you're using only this part of the fingers. There you go. And then put it in your mouth. I can't show it to you when I'm feeding myself, because then my mom would yell at me. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. Now I'm going to show you again. Okay? Like that. Now I'm going to put a bit of this right together. You can put it together like that. You can. Okay. Make a small hill there. 4 fingers on the rice, and then the thumb pushing the rice towards the 4 fingers, and then gently go like this, and still using only this part of the fingers, feed the food to your mouth. Yeah, okay, like this. Bismillah again. So make sure it goes like this to your mouth. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking with my mouth full. Again, my mom would yell at me. Hold on a second. This is so good. Okay, so this is maybe a coincidence. When we go to restaurants here in the US, the table is a lot lower than this one. So this is perfect, as if it was made for me. And so when you go to a Malay house, the dining table is as high as this. The reason is that if it were too low, then you would have trouble feeding the food into your mouth. And by the time the food gets into your mouth, it'll be like 3/4 of the food is on the floor. And I'm not kidding. So this is a blessing. This is good. Yeah. Now, if you are learning how to eat with your fingers, then I suggest that you take a little bit of the food at a time, just a little bit, until you're really good at it, and then you can take more food. Yeah. Okay. Now that's one part over there. Now, when you go to a Malay house, you are expected to have a second serving. We Malays, when it comes to food, we are very generous. When we have guests coming to the house, we won't let the guests leave without feeding them first. Food is extremely culturally important for Malay hosts. We can be poor, dirt poor, but when it comes to food, we'll figure it out so that we'll feed our guests before letting them go home. So you are expected to have a second serving. So be careful with the first serving. Don't take too much food if you're not sure, or if you're still discovering Malay food. So take a small portion first, and then if you like it, take a second portion. Yeah, depending on how much you want it. Yeah. So once you've completed the first serving, and of course clearly your right hand is dirty, or even in the middle of eating, and of course your right hand is dirty, then you can use your left hand. But never ever touch the food directly with your left hand. Use a spoon that is provided, or fork. Yeah, never touch the food with your left hand. Drinking. Yeah, well, clearly your right hand is dirty. You're not going to use your right hand to grab the glass or anything, so use your left hand like this. Bismillah. So again, once your right hand is dirty, whether it's during the first serving or after the first serving going to the second serving, use your left hand. So it can be tricky, so it's time for you to learn right now how to use your left hand to serve food into your plate. There you go. That's all you gotta learn. Very simple. It's okay to make mistakes. Yeah. And they might laugh at you, but they're not laughing at you. You think they're laughing at you, but they're laughing with you while appreciating the fact that you're embracing a different culture, a culture that is different from your own. And for the ladies, yeah, if your fingernails are long, it's all right to ask for a fork or spoon. It's common to have a spoon. It's common for Malays to use spoon, a spoon when they eat out in a restaurant, and a fork sometimes, but normally it's a spoon. Yeah, when they're eating rice at a restaurant. So it's okay to ask for a spoon when you go to a Malay party or feast. Don't have to worry about that when you go to a restaurant. It's common for restaurants to provide you with cutlery. Yeah. Okay, I think I've covered it all and how to eat with your fingers. If you're not sure, you can always leave a message in the comment section on my YouTube channel. So yeah, happy learning, and don't forget to check out Peter Santinello's YouTube channel. I don't know him. I appreciate him. He's a great vlogger. He's very inclusive. So check him out. And that's it for today. I'll think of something else to share with you so that you can use whatever you learn from me when you get to Malaysia. Inshallah.